How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the video. Dylan Johnson here, and today I want to walk you guys through an unboxing of the Ronin-S. So this thing is a freaking beast. I love it. I saw this thing announced at CES earlier in this year, January of 2018, and from the day that I saw it, I was like, I'm putting that thing on pre-order. I don't care if I can't until it's coming out, but I want that thing. I want it now. I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me. So basically, in my mind, I had that thing pre-ordered, and it was mine from the day I saw it at CES of earlier this year. And I've been playing with it for the past couple of months, just kind of barely scratching the surface of the capabilities of what it can do. So today, I'm gonna be showing you guys part one, where I'm gonna just walk you through an unboxing of it, basically. So to start off, this is the Ronin-S. This is what you get right out of the box, or well, in the box. This is the box. This is the box it comes in. Isn't it pretty? It's beautiful. Love it. So, Ronin-S DJI. On the front here, it shows you just a picture of it carrying like a 5D Mark IV or something, 24-70 lens. Flip this bad boy around. You got the back view. Something that is beautiful about this box is the images on the outside look just as good as the item on the inside. So on top here, you can see you've got a nice built-in handle. This handle is actually part of the carrying case and protective case that the Ronin-S comes in. So if we just flip this bad boy open, just like that, throw those to the side, and then we come on. Oh. Boom! Take this guy and gently set it aside. Beautiful box, I don't want to ruin it. What's that? Oh, look at that. I've actually never noticed that. Apparently, there's something in the bottom of it. Let's see what we got in here. Parts, instructions, quick start guide, garbage. You don't need any of it. You don't need it. It's all garbage. At least, I don't need it. I'll pick that up later. So, moving on. This is the case. Beautiful, nice kind of foam mold injected case. This thing is rock hard. You could toss this thing across the room and nothing inside of it would even budge. This thing you could basically just take with you as a travel carry-on, keep the Ronin-S in here, whatever you want, use it to store the Ronin-S. Basically, it's kind of similar to a Pelican case. From what I've heard, it is similar to like the Mavic 4 case, the Pro case that the Mavic 4 comes in, or not Mavic, the Phantom 4 Pro. Jeez, Mavic 4, wait till that comes out. Mavic 2 was just released a little while ago. But yes, basically same material as what the Phantom 4 comes in. Beautiful case. But as you guys can see, you've got this nice kind of built-in handle. This thing is sturdy. It's not going anywhere. You got a nice little locking latch mechanism on here. You can just flip that guy open, twist it to unlock, and then look at that. I mean, just look at how beautiful everything's laid out. I've got to ignore the few dings and dents and scrapes and scratches. I've been using this thing a lot since I got it, so it's got a little wear and tear on it, but it takes a beating, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, as you can see, everything is just so nice and neatly packaged and organized in here. There's a spot for everything in it. I mean, oh, the way it just catches the light. Doesn't that just look amazing? Man, I don't know about you guys, but if you're any kind of gearhead, then doesn't this just turn you on? I mean, ooh, beautiful. So, what actually comes in the case? Let me set this guy down, and we'll just start going through everything kind of one by one. To start off, comes with this beautiful little handle. So, we're gonna go and just kind of assemble this guy at the end, but I'm gonna show you everything that the Ronin-S comes with. So you've got this, which is basically like a tripod foot. So take this guy, it'll open up, got a 1/4 thread on the top. It's got this nice grip material on each of these legs. So when you've got it into a handle, it's really nice to grip. I mean, it's just like perfect size, just feels good in the hand. You know what I mean? These are your tripod legs, so once you've got the whole thing assembled, you can just set this down wherever you want, and it's just good to go. I mean, this thing is super sturdy. It's not gonna move. It's not gonna tip over or anything like that. Love this. Next, we've got the battery grip. So this guy is rated at 12 hours of use, and this thing's got a pretty good weight to it. It's definitely not light by any means, but again, as you guys can kind of see here, there we go. So as you guys can kind of see, it's got these nice kind of grip rings on it all the way across. This really grippy material. It's got some really nice rubber material, so you know that when you grip it, it's not going anywhere. On the bottom, you've got 2 threads built into it. You've got a 1/4-20 thread, and you've got a 3/8 thread. Can't remember, I think that's what it is. But basically, you can take this guy, come here, take your tripod legs, and this is on the bottom. The threads are actually so you can attach it to like a monopod and just get it way out there, just really extend it. But overall, this is how you're supposed to set it up. It actually threads on pretty much perfectly to where the DJI logo is just facing forward like that. And then when you want to set things down, boom. Then you got the gimbal up here, you got your camera up here. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Isn't that just perfect? Push the button down here, lights up, shows you the battery power. Meter out of 4. This does also connect to an application on your phone, the DJI Ronin application, and it will give you the exact battery percentage, so you don't have to just go by based on the lights here on the handle. If you connect it to the app, it will show you exactly what your battery percentage is, which is really cool. Moving on, got this beautiful little DJI kind of zipper case. Just ooh yeah. This nice little zipper case. Inside, you've got a whole bunch of these little tools. Comes with a bunch of different, basically a bunch of different attachments to where you can control your camera through the Ronin. Because on the Ronin itself, it has like a start button, a stop button, so that you can start recording, stop recording, take pictures. You can set it up to do time lapses, all kinds of crazy, cool, awesome things. So you've got this little pouch. It's got a whole bunch of little different compartments built into it. As you can see, I've got a bunch of different things in here. Beautiful little pouch. It's a hard case, so you know your stuff is going to be protected. It's not waterproof, so don't get any ideas about that. But throw all your little bits and pieces in here, your screws, extra supplies, all that stuff. Just goes right in here, and then it just fits nice and snug right there, just like that. See that? Ooh, isn't that beautiful? So next, this guy goes right in here, just like that. Fits nice and snug. And we got this quick release plate. So as you can see, so it's supposed to be Manfrotto compatible. I've read a few reviews online that say it doesn't quite fit some Manfrotto tripods or some Manfrotto quick release mounts. However, I personally don't use Manfrotto quick release mounts, so I can't attest to that. I can't say whether or not it does, but beautiful little guy here. Works just like any other quick release mount, but it fits nice and perfect, right? Well, not quite nice and perfect since I got the screws in. Normally it doesn't come with the screws in it, but it fits nice and perfect right there. So let's get to the beast of this thing, if I can get it out. Come on. Here we go. So this is the gimbal itself. So this is the brain. As you can see on the front here, you got a nice little joystick. Don't fall. Got a nice little joystick here. You've got a button to control the different modes. This has 3 built-in modes, so you can program it to do a bunch of different things in each of those modes, which again we'll go over in another video. But you've got your start and stop record button, which can also be used if you're in picture mode to start or to take a picture. If you depress it part way, it'll focus, and then if you fully depress it, it'll take the picture. This, of course, does depend on the compatibility with your camera and your lens. So, for example, right now I'm shooting on a Canon 6D Mark II, and last I checked, It doesn't quite do everything that, like, say, the Panasonic GH5 does, which is what I used to have. The Panasonic GH5, you could hook this guy up to your camera and you could control your focus, so you could pull focus with it. As you notice, I don't have the focus ring on here right now. I've got a few extra attachments, which again, those are pretty cool. I'll go over those in another video as well. Basically, I've just got some cold shoe mounts attached to the sides here, so sneak peek. But let me find it for a second. Here we go. So yeah, you've got this guy. There we go. So this is a focus wheel that comes with the Ronin-S, and super smooth. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's got a nice little bit of resistance. This guy will attach, come on. So this will attach to the side of the gimbal head. You can mount it to either side. Doesn't matter if you're right-handed, left-handed, whatever is easier for you. You've got the control pins on the bottom, and then underneath these guys, there's control pins built into the head as well. So later down the road, once they start adding on different features, accessories, things like that, you'll be able to purchase those and add them on as well. Like I said, with the GH5, it works really well. You have to make sure that you have the bottom switch turn to, what was it, the CAN feature. So I don't know if you guys can, might be hard to see, but there's like a sub and a CAN, a CAN and a sub. S-bus. S-bus and CAN. And I found that when I had it set to S-bus, I was not able to pull focus on my GH5. And that was with native lenses, not using an adapter or anything. But when I turn it back to the CAN feature, I can pull focus. So, like I said, works really well with certain cameras. Check the website for compatibility, and they're constantly putting out firmware updates so that you can get it to work with more and more cameras and manufacturers. So, if your camera isn't on the list currently, or your lens, guarantee you it'll probably be out shortly if it isn't already by the time you see this video. But moving on with this guy, another thing that's beautiful about it is where the motor on the back is located. So if you can see this motor, it's offset down. So when I'm holding my gimbal, if I've got my camera balanced and mounted, this motor in the back doesn't block my view of the screen, and so that I'm able to actually fully utilize the touch screen on my camera, or basically just see your screen and see what you're recording on any camera that you're using, which is a beautiful feature. I don't know why every gimbal doesn't do that. A lot of them out there, they'll have the motor just smack dab in the center of your screen. You can't see anything you're doing, can't touch the screen, can't interact with it. You're basically just shooting blind. That's one thing that I love about this guy. It's got a whole bunch of different other features, and overall, this thing is just freaking amazing. I mean, I would personally, if you are looking for a gimbal, if you're in the market for one, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is heavy. That's the fair warning. It is a little bit heavy. It takes a little while to get used to. However, if you're used to using something like a glide cam, anything like that, which actually I found weighs more than this, my back hurt worse when I was using my glide cam than when I'm using this thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. This thing is amazing. It's got so many different features built into it, which I'll go over in other videos. Things like a time-lapse mode, creative modes where you can control the camera movements and everything like that, pre-program in different camera moves. With this, you can also move it into sport mode. So if you take this M button, and I'll go into detail with this in another video, but if you hold down the M button, you're basically able to whip it around and make really quick dynamic movements, which most gimbals, you aren't able to do that. If you move it, it just moves pretty slow. I mean, you might be able to increase it a little bit, but if I were to go wham, the gimbal will basically stay over here and just kind of no matter how quickly I turned it. Whereas this guy, you put it in sport mode and it follows your movement basically as quick as you can move, which is awesome. I love that feature of this thing. Works great, gives it a whole new level of dynamics, a whole new life to a gimbal, and overall, this thing is a beast. Something else to touch on is the weight capacity. So this has an 8-pound weight capacity, if I believe, which is insane. I mean, you've probably seen pictures or videos of this thing balancing C200, Ursa Minis. There's even been a couple of Red cameras that I've seen balanced on this thing. Basically, you could take a 1DX Mark II, throw that guy on here, throw on a 7200 lens, and you'd maybe be pushing the limit. Maybe. Probably not. That's probably what, 6 pounds? You still have 2 pounds to go. The hardest thing is going to be balancing the center point. But yeah, this motor is insane. For a handheld gimbal, you can balance basically anything on here. Yeah, one of my favorite setups to use on this guy is my Canon 60 Mark II with my 85mm f1.4 lens, which that together is about a 4 or 5 pound combo right there. Plus you throw on the gimbal, you're looking at like 10, 11 pounds max. So like I said, it does get heavy, but after a little while of using it, especially on a consistent basis, you get used to it pretty quickly. And realistically, you're not going to be using something like this for long periods of time. You're going to be using it to get a few shots here and there. You might be crazy and use it to vlog, which is what I'm planning on doing later. I'm gonna plan on doing some vlogs with this guy instead of using my little tripod. See how that goes. A whole day just, oh yeah, oh yeah. My forearms are gonna get massive. My front delts are gonna get massive too. Have to switch arms, make sure I build up both sides. Gimbal flex, yeah. But anyway, like I said, this thing is amazing. The price is pretty damn hard to beat. What is the price? $700. I think right now they're going for like $750, I believe. I just checked the Ronin or the DJI website, and they're selling them for $750. You might be able to find them used at this point for even less, but basically for right around $700. This thing is a freaking tank. This thing is just amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. I'll have links to it down below in the description if you guys want to check it out. I'm gonna go over a full video showing you guys kind of a comparison of how this guy operates versus no gimbal, things like that. And we're gonna do a few different videos on all the different features of the Ronin-S, because like I said, I'm sure this video is already like 14-15 minutes long. But to cover everything I want to with this guy, that would take like an hour-long video. So we're gonna break it up into 2 or 3 parts, maybe 4, to just kind of really fully cover all the different features and capabilities that the Ronin-S has. So, as always guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys want to see next. Yeah, let me know if you guys have tried this out, if you guys have one, what you guys think. And as always, subscribe for more videos like this all the time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Shoom, 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 shoom. How close can I get? Is it gonna hit me? Ah, it got me.